Hi, everybody. Now, this is a short mini lecture for Chapter 1. I just want to give you an idea of what you're looking at and what kind of key concepts you want to take away as you read Chapter 1. First, we look at political culture. We're easy to talk about political culture as it relates to people, Hispanic culture, Black culture. It deals with food and music and clothing and things like that. And we all pretty much know we shouldn't be insulting to someone else's personal culture, their ethnic or their racial culture. What we don't understand, what we've kind of forgotten, is that politics is a culture too. And so we've got three main ones. Your book really only goes into one, but I want you to know about moralistic political culture, and this is when people feel like they have a responsibility to those that they govern. This is where the Democratic Party is right now. This is an emphasis on social programs, things like affordable health care, affordable college tuition. Individualistic political culture is conservative. We want to be sure that people can pull themselves up by their bootstraps, that they can take care of themselves. We need both of those political cultures. And then there's traditionalistic. The root word there is tradition. The tradition for governing was that people were ruled. They were ruled by a king or a tribal chief or a warlord or an emperor or a czar. People didn't make decisions for themselves. So those who are traditionalistic don't vote. They let other people make those decisions for them. We've got all three political cultures in Texas, but of those who vote, mostly individualistic. That's held by the Republican Party at present. And then what you're going to see is that very few Texans vote. So a lot of Texans, the majority of Texans are traditionalistic. We're also going to look at who we are as a people. What do we look like as a state? It's easy for us as Texans to identify ourselves through icons, guns, trucks, cowboy hats, football. But what we see in Chapter 1 is that we're very different. We're really 5 different regions that have very different needs, very different problems, different demographics. And so the same thing that makes our state really cool, its size, is also the same thing that makes us very difficult to govern. So that's what you're trying to get out of Chapter 1, and those are the key concepts that you need to focus on as you read your text.